Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, welcome everybody to the Retro Wrestling Revival. It's great to be here on a Monday night. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I am John Wangland, the Ass Man, according to the state of New York, and joining me as always is Brother Martin. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing phenomenal, brother. We're here to have some fun tonight. Remember, Retro Wrestling Revival, for fans, by fans. We're here to go down memory lane, if you will, here on the Monday Night War Series. And I just want to say, first off, we hit 5,000 followers on our Facebook page from the bottom of my heart, which I know I can speak for John as well, which John can speak for himself clearly. But thank you. You guys are awesome. Our goal is 10,000 by the end of the year, and it's only January, John. But, brother, I'm blown away, man.
Let's get there.
Let's get there, man. I am so excited. I'm blown away. And the fact is that thanks to you guys, actually, we can... very soon we will be able to have freaking ad revenue within our streams. You guys are doing such an amazing job to help us. You guys are amazing. Thank you. But let's focus on the task at hand.
Welcome to the fun that never ends, Daniel said. The task at hand is first. We have to address something right off.
What's that?
And it's not that your girl Nia Jax got taken out by Jade Cargill.
Whoa.
Not that. Hold on a minute here. Hold on just a minute. We need to acknowledge the greatness that is one PBP, Pro Bowl Purdy, Brock Purdy, bringing the 49ers back from the depths of hell, from the absolute ruin that they were in after the first half. And Pro Bowl Purdy comes back and leads that team back. Pro Bowl Purdy is going to knock off that son of a bitch Pat Mahomes next week or in 2 weeks. And let me just say that he's taking Pat Mahomes out. He's doing it for me, and he's doing it for Daniel, and he's doing it for you because he took out all three of our teams, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Ravens. And you know what? He has confirmed this with me. We spoke this morning. Pro Bowl Purdy has said he will avenge me, you and Daniel, for what that pile of trash, Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce and that witch Taylor Swift of the Kansas City Chiefs team. He is going to avenge us, Brother Martin. He is here to show you the way. Purdy. I'm excited. Purdy.
And you guys know that I'm a diehard Ravens fan. And fact is that, yes, the Ravens did make mistakes. I'm not going to deny that fact. But they were...
Well, reps were in the fix on that one.
Thank you. The refs were absolutely horrendous. Okay, you talk about the botch pass interference calls, the taunting call, dude. Travis Kelce was talking shit the whole entire game and was not called once for it. So I'm just saying, guys.
Pro Bowl Purdy will avenge
it,
you, Brother Martin. He's coming. He is a savior. Mr. Irrelevant will turn that team upside down for all of us.
Which that works for me. But think about it from this perspective. The fact is that now, are you going to get higher ratings with Lamar Jackson, or are you going to get higher ratings with Patrick Mahomes, the face of the league, with Taylor Swift standing up in the stands at the Super Bowl?
Amen.
Just saying. But it is what it is. What do we got on the docket tonight, John?
Yeah, says I turned on Raw for a few, and Rollins is badly trying to act like Cody even wants a chance at Rollins' title. Yeah, hey Rollins, you're secondary, buddy. He's going for the tribal chief. He's finishing that story.
Whoa,
if he doesn't, you're gonna have a fucking conniption. You almost did last year.
Hey, speaking of fans, speaking of the tribal chief, Roman Reigns is a big fan of the 49ers. So is Dave Coulier, freaking Uncle Joey from Full House, and Bailey. So,
acknowledge your tribal chief, okay?
Exactly. We got Taylor Swift on the KC side, but by God, we got the tribal chief on the other.
We damn sure do.
Chris, I like our chances.
I do too. We'll talk some football later on again, but let's get into tonight's show because you got work and I want to make sure you get there on time tonight. WWF Raw here tonight. The one we're watching is July 28th, 97, and it's
the original winners of the 1987.
Is that Jim Powers?
Yes.
How many 12 packs do you think he's drank tonight?
13.
Yeah, he's been having a good night. Oh boy.
A baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen. All right. Yes. Well, tonight's show, July 28th, 97, is taking place in your other favorite place other than Baltimore is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, where they're at. Yeah, they're in Pittsburgh, the River City, and they got the Legion of Doom leading off, taking on Los Boricuas. Oh fuck this guy, Miguel Perez and Savio. Oh geez, dude, I don't know if I can do this.
Now, are you gonna take like your bathroom break early tonight?
Oh, bro, I might just have to turn away and talk about something else. It's gross. We'll see.
Oh, come on.
It's bad. All right, moving on. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to get PTSD thinking about it. Jimmy, where you been? Jim, where you been?
There you go.
Where have you been, Jim? Where is he these days?
Jim, right. Exactly, Jim.
Bro, we have a first-time appearance on the show tonight because I know these guys have never been on the show here in all the years we've been doing this. We got the Truth Commission, Recon Sniper, and the Interrogator with the Commandant. Taking
What's
on
your favorite sniper match?
I don't even know what these guys fucking look like. I have no idea.
There's Kurgan.
One of them is Kurgan, right? Is he the Interrogator?
I do not know. I don't.
Or is
remember.
he Recon?
I don't know. These guys.
We're gonna figure it out. I don't know.
I got you.
The Truth Commission is taking on Bob Holly, Flash Funk, and Road Dogg Jesse James in a 6-man tag match.
Woo!
Yeah. Boom. Then we got more of the gang warfares. We got Crush with the 8-ball, Chainz, and Skull taking on Faarooq, who's got Ahmed, D-Lo, and Kama. Ahmed's back, bro. You think he's awake?
Yes, without a doubt, man. Like,
bro, it's been a while since we've seen Ahmed.
Do you know why? Because he crushed an 8-ball before the show.
More than a few. We'll get back into him later. Woo! Then we got the Godwinns taking on Dude Love and Stone Cold in a WWF Tag Team Championship match. Okay.
Dude, classic.
We got Devon Storm taking on Ace Darling. All right.
Devon Storm, better known as Crowbar.
All
right.
Yeah. And Ace Darling, I have no idea, so we'll dig into that later. Then we got Goldust with Marlena taking on Rockabilly.
Oh, dude, classic written all over that.
And then, Chris, it's the start of one of your real guilty pleasure feuds. It's the Patriot versus Bret Hart in the main event.
Oh, all right. I'm excited. I think that's going to be a fun match.
James says Ahmed hasn't been awake since birth.
Oh, that's me.
Ow, Dude Love doesn't like those smelly Godwinns. Well, it's going to be a fun night. I think we're going to have a good time tonight, Chris. You ready to rock and roll, my friend?
I'm ready to rock and roll, brother. Let's do this.
All right. So if you guys want to watch along with us, just head on over to the Peacock app and go to WWF Monday Night Raw, WWE Monday Night Raw. It is season 5, episode 30, July 28th, 1997. We'll start right from the beginning. Chris, let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go.
All right. The World Wrestling Federation.
In over 30 countries. 92 different languages.
No. Actually, this has not been updated. It's in 732 languages now.
Yeah. 732 languages. Every continent, every country in the world, WWF Raw is going on at this moment.
That's right. Now, like with all sincerity, like with the move like to Netflix next year, they're going to truly be worldwide.
Oh, so, absolutely. 100%. I mean, they are worldwide now, big time.
And me and John, we will be speaking about the whole thing further, like with Netflix on our radio show this weekend coming up. Dude, yep. We have an action-packed, news-filled show coming up. And like also, we're going to be starting our February series, watch-along series. We're going to be starting with No Way Out 1998, ladies and gentlemen, in your house. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
It's a good time frame.
Yes.
They're recapping the stuff that's been going on through the months with the Heart Foundation, this back and forth that they've had between Canada and the United States. It must have been a tiring schedule for them where they kept going across the border. It seems like every other week they were alternating at this point, Chris.
Yeah. It seems like they were alternating, but it's smart. I mean, you see how hot the whole thing, like the Heart Foundation's going. I don't blame them.
It was a great way to capitalize on stuff for sure.
Oh, without a doubt,
it had to have been a tiring pace.
Oh yeah, like but think about it, like from this perspective, they get guaranteed sellouts in freaking Canada all the time because Bret Hart was so hot. So that's
Daniel says, I bet you had some fun topics. Started with a Cody. So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, and like we're going to speak about CM Punk's injury. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. And
Royal Rumble, everything.
And I just want to say this. I was not very... the Royal Rumble show was meh. I mean, I've seen better shows.
It was average at best.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was average at best. There were some decent moments.
So, yeah.
Some decent ones. We'll see.
Maybe if Brock were to lay off the waterworks.
Boy, that's a shitstorm to talk about, huh?
Oh my God! Oh yeah, which like we're gonna be talking about that. Seriously, I don't even know whether we can get like the news cycle fit in within like the whole hour. I'm just saying, it's gonna be fun to talk about all this.
A lot went on. It was a real shitstorm last week, literally and figuratively, for the WWE in the news.
Don't be a shithead, John.
I'm definitely not gonna be. I ain't going around Laurinaitis or him.
So that's why Vince McMahon loves the phrase "that's such good shit."
Such good shit, pal. Get it? Got it? Good.
Get it?
Daniel says Rumble was average, with the woman being my favorite part. I think that was probably pretty much everybody thinks that the women's match was their favorite match of that show.
I agree 1,000%. Like the women's
not
match
that it was good, but there were some good moments. I like the Jade moment though.
Dude,
she fucked your girl up, bro.
You know what? Just
took her out, bro.
Don't remind me, but you know what? We get a tag team of Nia with Big Booty Judy. I think that we could take out Jade.
You're not.
Just saying.
You're not touching Jade, buddy. You and your girl.
I'll be honest. Jade has a.
I heard it was a sad night in Myrtle Beach that night for you when she chucked your girl out of the Rumble.
It was. I was crying.
Did Nia come home and hit the refrigerator extra hard?
She did actually. She spent about $300 at. She spent $300 at Taco Bell. I mean, it was terrible.
Oh Jesus!
And
the toilet in the house the next day.
Oh my God! You just read my mind. Like the thing is that like we had to replace the toilet the next day. It was terrible.
Oh, bro, she blew that thing off the hinges.
She did.
She blew the phalanges off the side of the toilet and shit.
The phalanges, yes, she did. And
bro, look at the signs in this crowd here, man. What an intense era it is to watch this when you see it.
I love this. And
they get you hyped up right before the show, Chris. Did you ever see a Raw live when you like from this time frame?
I did not.
Like you'd go to it, man, and they would hype you up beforehand. So the announcers were out there whoever was doing the announcing, they'd come out, hype it up, and tell you, you're going to have your chance to be heard on TV in the next 5 minutes when we go live. So we want you to put your signs up, scream out as loud as you want, do all, they give you that whole, type of shit. And then people would go insane after the fireworks would go off. You'd see the count. It was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
What was the odor? Wash your gear, Vader.
Oh, speaking of odor, like the Colossal Kongs.
Yeah, what a team.
Yeah.
What a group of guys. Here comes the Hart Foundation, Chris. What an outstanding role models all of these guys are.
They are. These are upstanding citizens. And you know what? I think we need to encourage the youth of America to look up to these guys. Really.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's rumors, because I'm looking at Brian Pillman, that Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be called up to the main roster soon.
Oh.
Before Braun Breaker.
Keep that kid away from the screen, please.
Offense. How the hell is Braun Breaker not on the main roster yet?
I think he's going to be soon.
I think Braun's phenomenal.
I was watching the other day the YouTube video we put up from Christian. I was going down a little rabbit hole. And when Christian ripped Pillman Jr., it was one of the best moments of his career. I think just to hack that no talent ass clown.
Oh,
Pillman Jr. is such a bum.
Yeah, he's not that great.
And Daniel says if you weren't in first row or row 2 at a show like this, you were screwed with all the signs.
Thank you. Sucked. Amen.
We'll have more reasons not to watch if Pillman Jr.'s on. Yes.
Oh, because that's one thing that I loved about
Pillman, bro.
He's like, oh shit. That's kind of like with the AEW show that I went to. I didn't have to worry about signs.
Yeah, they're not allowing them much anymore like that. Jim Ross is out here interviewing Brett, and Vince and Brett are having a stare down with one another, bro.
Oh god. Because like they said to me, which I called the arena about signs, and they said that unless it has to do like with the show, like with the topics of the show, that I could not bring a sign in. And I'm like, are you shitting me? So yeah, because I was going to bring a sign saying that I'm a John Wangland guy, and one that was going to promote our show.
There you go.
And the thing is that
smart guy.
Oh,
listen to the crowd here in Pittsburgh burning Brett.
You damn right, the Steel City. The big titty Steel City, that's what I'm talking about.
Look at Pillman up there with the slammy. What a character he was.
And this was at the old Igloo. Okay.
Is this the Igloo?
Yep. This is the Mellon Arena.
Did they tear that down?
They did. Actually.
Oh man. That group you shared with me today was really interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Oh, what? The one like with like the former stadiums and arenas?
Yeah, it was really neat.
I liked it. I mean, like, it's fascinating because I think some of them they should have made historical landmarks.
Yeah, it's just so much money, you know.
Oh yeah, that's like the Mid-South Coliseum. I don't know whether it's still standing or not, but I feel like that should be a historical landmark for wrestling fans. But that's just me.
Boy, they're really teasing this Vince and Brett stuff here. They keep panning the camera over to Vince and how he's reacting to Vet. I really like that incorporation of this.
Yeah, and I think that if they didn't go with the Austin McMahon for like the boss versus the worker gimmick, I think the only other person that it would have worked with was Brett and Vince. So yeah,
Brett is so good as a heel right here, Chris.
Oh god, he's doing phenomenal. I agree. And like right now, Brett. Dude, like Brett, like the whole victim thing, I love it.
It's a great thing to play up, you know. How many times did they do that USA versus another country gimmick? But this one worked. It wasn't just corny and cheesy and hokey. It worked.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Vince already acting like a 25-year deal. Yeah, that won't work, Brett. Yeah. This is right around the time they signed that landmark 20-year deal with him, and then they rescinded
reneged on it. Yeah. Because Vince claimed he couldn't afford it. Bullshit.
What was it, like $1 million a year or something?
Yeah.
Think about that. They would have been still paying him in 2017 if he wouldn't have reneged on it.
That's true. I mean, but at the same time, though, I think about it. If Brett would have stayed, he would have never gotten hurt. And in my opinion, he probably would have retired in like the mid to late 2000s.
Maybe. Who knows? You never know what happens, right?
Just imagine the feuds he could have had.
I would have liked to have seen Vince side with Brett against Austin on the way to Mania 14 had Brett stayed. Yeah, that could have been really interesting. Absolutely right there. I agree. A lot of money was left on the table.
Yeah. And, well, just ask WCW because, like, they completely screwed themselves when they had Brett. And, which it's like they said, even Vince McMahon said to Brett, they're not going to know what to do with you.
And they didn't.
Nope.
And they didn't at all. Owen's looking a little disgusted to be here too.
Oh yeah. He
doesn't like you Pittsburgh piss ants.
Whoa! Don't you disrespect the good goddamn name of the Pittsburghians, okay?
So Brett's getting Taker at SummerSlam, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this is the Austin and Owen match where Austin's neck gets broke at SummerSlam, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
This is a memorable show.
Yeah, very memorable SummerSlam that will be upcoming in a few weeks.
And like what happens? And Shawn Michaels, he's the special guest referee for the Taker Bret Hart match.
Yeah, I think I remember the ending to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long. I'll guarantee I haven't seen it since I saw it as a kid.
Really? Yeah. For me, like the last time I saw it a few years ago. Last week, I took a big old dump. No, oh wait, never mind. That's Vince McMahon. Sorry.
The only time I really watch wrestling is when we do it here on the show or the PLE events, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think, well, with all due respect to Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and, like, the Collision shows, like, unless it really entices me, like, the lineup, I'm not going to bother to sit down and watch it. I will watch highlights, but that's about it.
I go through like phases sometimes where I'll go down like a rabbit hole of wanting to watch something like the Royal Rumbles were coming up, so you always get nostalgic and you go back and catch some old Royal Rumble moments that you remember. But other than that, nah, I don't have that much time anymore. Sean called Nick Patrick over at WCW and learn how to be a referee. Absolutely, Daniel. He knows real referees and professionals of the business, not like Chris's friends.
Whoa, Earl Hebner, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend, Earl Hebner.
Legend in your own mind.
I mean,
he's a legendary jackass.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
Whoa.
Don't you go there. Anyway, speaking of man, myths, and legends, make sure to check out my Tony Khan video that I posted.
I saw part of it. It was really funny.
The Cocaine Cowboy, Tony Khan. The master of CageMatch.net. With all due respect, because once again, I love the live shows. Frickin' Tony, no one is even close to doing live shows nearly as well as Tony. But the fact is that whenever you book your show based off a website, you got a problem.
Sometimes.
So yeah,
they had some fun stuff on the show the last week. It was pretty good when I was watching last week.
Oh yeah, and Samoa Joe's on fire lately.
He's doing some good stuff.
Samoa, Swerve, and right now, like my favorite person to watch is Toni Storm.
She's wonderful. So over the top.
I wish that Tony would have let Khan would have let Storm show up within the Royal Rumble. Just imagine the pop that she would have got.
She's been there and done that, you know. I don't think she wants to go back there anytime soon unless the price tag is really nice.
No. What I'm saying is with like the timeless gimmick.
Oh yeah, that would. I don't know if they would get it over there if they could give it enough appreciation that it deserves. I think they would though.
Oh yeah,
Cole would be so over the top with it. You know he would.
Oh yeah.
He'd be selling it like it was the great.
Dude, Pat McAfee. Just imagine Pat McAfee selling it.
You said McAfee came back tonight and is a full-time announcer on Raw now?
Yes. He's full-time now with Michael Cole. So
wow. How does this guy do it, man?
I don't know. So I guess the football season's over with. for him.
Yeah. Football's all done unless I'm sure he's doing something for the Super Bowl though.
So yeah,
but he's got this show every day that he does.
Yes, every single day.
I don't know how he does it, bro. Guy is impressive.
Yeah, he is.
Earl Hebner was the original jackass. Sorry, Pittsburgh is the Pitts.
Whoa.
Brett knew it. What a guy. Tony Storm, national treasure. I agree. That crowd was awful for the most part. They didn't deserve her. The Tampa crowd at that show on the Rumble, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night when we tape the show. It was the shits. That was one of the worst crowds I've ever heard in all of my years of watching wrestling. 50,000 people sounded like just a bunch of boring, drab idiots there.
Yeah, I agree. And like the show that me and Daniel went to last year, which like seeing AEW, like the Collision show, like the crowd was freaking on fire, and there was maybe 6,000 or 7,000 people there, and it would, and I would put that crowd up against the Royal Rumble crowd.
The Royal Rumble crowd was just weak sauce, bro.
Yes.
They were terrible. Listen to the differences here now where they're going and interviewing the American people out here in Pittsburgh. Boy, the Uggo meter is in full effect for your fellow Pittsburgh people.
You need to stop.
They are some hideous fucking creatures out there.
I'm moving back up
There's third nipples on some of these women, and half of these guys.
Beautiful city.
Yeah, beautiful. Not at this point in time. Steel City was the steel shithole, and I still think it is.
You know what? You are mean.
Whoa.
It's so inappropriate, John.
You and your what do you call it? Your Pittsburghians?
My Pittsburghians, yes, my fellow Pittsburghians.
You can all kiss Joe Flacco's ass.
Oh, yeah. Well, Flacco did play for Pitt, and then he couldn't get playing time because of Tyler Palco. So, yeah, you could kiss Flacco's ass, essentially. Oh, my God.
This hairy back dude, I don't even want to watch him, but I'm just not even looking at this moment. I'm going to minimize this at best and hope that this match is over within 3 to 4 minutes.
But
who let these people out of the basement, Daniel said. Absolutely. See, Daniel realizes it.
People are mean.
We're just calling it like it is. I'm sorry, man. We're just calling it like it is. Oh, God, not Pat Miguel McAfee. Again. Go away.
You know, Pat McAfee, he's a fellow Pittsburghian.
Well, so even Pat doesn't claim you people.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He's from Plum, Pennsylvania, which is right outside Pittsburgh.
Wonderful. He doesn't claim you people. You Pittsburgh pissants out there. He doesn't want to be anywhere near you. Don't you dare disparage the good damn name of Pat McAfee.
Come on.
With your Pittsburgh nonsense.
All right. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. What a rush. Do you know why he said what a rush? It was because it's because Hawk was with Big Booty Judy.
Bro, he loved her.
And he was snorting coke right off her ass. I mean, it was like, oh, what a rush. Oh, what a rush.
Oh, what a rush.
And freaking Herb Abrams was right under her while this was happening. So, like, just
he was baby oiling himself up, get ready to slide into that cocaine cowboy train.
Come on. All right, Hawk, hurry
myself energy. Imagine if Miguel Estrada rubbed himself in baby oil and tried to do the Herb Abrams in the cocaine. Yeah. His dark black back hair is turning out to look like Santa Claus's. Oh, this guy is disgusting, bro. Oh, I just want to close my eyes. It's filthy. Please wear a shirt.
Now, is he worse than Albert?
Bro, Albert is a dream compared to this guy. It's disgusting. You could braid his hair on his back. Fuck, man. True. Get this guy away. It's awful.
And by the way, like that video that you found of Johnny Ace was amazing.
That was from Daniel, I believe.
Oh, okay. Daniel. Okay.
I believe that was Daniel. This is so gross, dude. This guy has no hair on his arms, basically, but he's got all over his back, all the way down to his ass, probably. He looks like a fucking gorilla.
Just imagine Just imagine like his wife, like every single
She's
night.
got to have a fetish to be with a guy that looks like that.
You know what? Flat out, she probably has to have like the handheld vacuum every single time he gets out of bed,
Bro,
because
bad.
he sheds.
This guy shaves it. When they first met, she started shaving it every night. Morning, he wakes up, the fucking thing's back and furrier than ever.
Oh my god, yeah.
She just gave up after a while.
Like,
he really does look like Bigfoot or a Sasquatch there.
Oh,
Chris, could you walk around like that?
No, I couldn't.
No, it's filthy.
Thankfully, I don't have back hair, so like I didn't got to worry about that. I ain't got to deal like with the
chia.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, chia pets.
What makes you think it's a good idea to grow that much back hair and just let it sit on you like that, looking like a fucking ape?
Honestly, laziness.
Yeah.
I mean, because I get the beard, I get you having freaking hair on
your chest. Yep.
Maybe hair on like your ass, but like your back, no, I'm good. I can't do it.
His wife doesn't need a pillow; she just lays on top of him.
Oh, come on!
It's a special blend. It's not a feather pillow. It's the Miguel Chia. It's the Miguel Chia pillow fur.
He's the human version of a fur baby.
This gang warfare stuff is the worst shit in the world, Chris.
Okay, what's worse, this or Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit?
Fuck, bro.
See, that's a hard one.
Man. We endured so many years of Sullivan and Benoit. At least some of their matches were somewhat entertaining and they beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah.
If we're just going on a match loop, I'm going that they're better than this.
You.
This is so filthy. He has enough carpet on his back and chest to fill a city of just houses.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. All right, we got our first screwball finish of the night, Chris.
Oh,
we're doing it just like always. How many do you think they have tonight?
3.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 3. I would bet. This is the first one of the night. I have a feeling we're going to get more. It's bound to happen. Oh, the slot bucket. Oh, jeez. That's disgusting.
Every single time I see the slot bucket, I think about what they did to Sonny.
Yeah, whatever they put in that shit, it looks disgusting. No thanks.
Because, like, no offense, Sonny deserved it.
Maybe. She's a pretty awful human. Daniel says gang warfare was just pointless. Benoit and Sullivan all day. How many matches we got? All of them.
Oh, God.
What's that smell?
Dookie.
Okay. I was talking with Maxon this weekend. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. His mom just died, man. So shout out to Jeff. Mom just passed away. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, too. So Jeff's been going through a lot. So big love out to Jeff. I know he catches a show here and there, and I talk to him every day. But yeah, so she just passed away recently, man. So it sucks to see. But they're getting through it and everything. It's hard though. I just lost my mom a year ago. You've lost your parents before. I know you know what it's like. So we've been trying to just have some laughs and keep them in good spirits. And he sends me this clip with something, and it was about Dookie. And my instant reaction was no holds barred. And I send the no holds barred clip, GIF over to him. He's like, I knew as soon as I said that, that's exactly what you're going to send right back to me. And then we just start going on little funny no holds barred lines. And then it spawns off to, me and Daniel doing ours that we do all the time with no holds barred too.
Yeah.
It's funny how much old wrestling can just give you some laughs and some tough times,
which it's like I keep saying, wrestling is, some people think I'm nuts, but I think that pro wrestling saves lives. And what I mean by that is it helps you escape realities, so you can just, because life's already tough enough, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to escape reality, watch some wrestling, and just realize, hey, you're going to get through it. But in the meantime, we're gonna watch this and we're gonna have some fun.
Yep. So. He hasn't watched the wrestling in years. Product. I don't think he's watched much of any of it since he couldn't do the show anymore years and years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was, because he just didn't have the time or with his work and stuff. So he hadn't watched it in years, and he I think was probably down a little bit the other night. He actually went and watched the Royal Rumble for the first time. He turned it on. We were chatting, but in between the show,
Yeah.
and watched the Royal Rumble. I know he didn't think it was the greatest show in the world, but I definitely, took his mind off things for a few hours. That's what stuff like this does. That's why we do this show, just to have fun and take some people's minds off things just for a little bit of time, just have a good time.
Which I agree, and Jeff,
and ourselves too.
Oh yeah, and which Mr. Maxon, that I have nothing but the utmost love and respect for you. Which I know that I'm not as close with you as John, clearly. But if you need to talk, I'm here for you.
Well, absolutely. I will let him know. I know he'll check this out, I'm sure.
Yeah. And
here comes Triple H in China right now.
China.
We were having me and Daniel were talking about China the other day when we were talking about Royal Rumble stuff. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about with Rhea Ripley. Where do you rate Rhea Ripley right now in her career? Do you think she's eclipsed China already or no?
She's getting there. I would say if let's say from like a scale of like 1 to 10 and Joni Lauer, she's a 10. I would say right now Rhea's an 8. So I would say she's getting there. Which is still very impressive. What about you?
I think she's already eclipsed her, in my opinion.
Okay.
I really do, and that's no disrespect to China and her amazing career. I just think she's just eclipsed her already.
I got you.
I don't think she's going to lose anytime soon. If it was me with Rhea Ripley, you want to make her the biggest female of all time, let her go on a Roman-like tear and just tear through the competition. She already has, but I think she should give her the tribal chief-like treatment. Bring back the first Blue Blood theme. Yes, this was awful, wasn't it, Chris?
Yes, it was. It's sad. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Mankind sneaks up from behind. Chris, sorry to interrupt. And nailed Triple H. Now China's getting the ring. Mick is dressed up like one of the staff.
Where's Ahmed?
He's nowhere to be found.
What the hell? Did he not? Did he not do the 8-ball that I left him?
Yeah, that doesn't even wake him up, bro.
Is
China going to the top rope? I don't think I've ever seen her do this. Oh, now China gets knocked down and sells it like she's got a penis.
Seriously, come on. A tender landing? Is that what JR just said?
Oh, that is what he just said. Now Mick and Triple H are fighting at the back. You know what the best part of this is? He's coming out as Mankind here for the segment of Triple H, and he's going to be back at it as Dude Love in just about an hour.
John, I love the cameraman freaking uniforms they had back then.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. If any of our fans have access to one, me and John would consider buying them. So like
that is tremendous, though. Like them walking around in this like one-piece suit there, like a work suit.
Yes. With
the WWF logo on the back to signify they're part of the staff. That thing had to be hot. What if you had to take a piss in that thing?
That's a really good point.
You got to pull your pants down every time just to get in that thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I think
now they're fighting in the crowd here in Pittsburgh. I got to give Pittsburgh credit, though. They are a hot crowd. Stay away from the guy with disabilities. He almost got cracked. Get him out of the way, guys. Come on.
The one with the ECW shirt on?
Yeah. I don't want to see him. He almost got thrown down the stairs, Chris.
That poor fella.
I know. He's excited, though, right now to see Mick.
Good God.
That was a hot angle right there. I enjoyed that.
I did, too. It was excellent.
Let's see. Daniel says, Becky versus Rhea at Mania and give her that big Becky win. Absolutely. She's got to beat Becky if you really want to put her over even more, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, Becky's the only one that's even close to being on her level. I mean, Charlotte's out, and like with all due respect, which I love Charlotte. I think she's the greatest female wrestler of all time. But the fact is that like I'm tired of her. I mean, she's done everything. It's kind of like, what's there left for her to do?
You got a year break from her, so
yeah,
you got a year break from her if you get tired of her.
Yeah.
Good. Hot angle there, though, with Mick and with Triple H there. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Very good job.
And the one thing that I loved was that Mick had a freaking entrance theme and he had an exit theme. Why didn't they do that with more wrestlers?
I don't know. I think because I think a lot of their themes could have been just universal, but I think it would have got too complicated probably for everybody. Somebody would have messed it up. Ooh, Sable's out next, Chris, with the $1 million chance for the $1 million chance in challenge. And then the Truth Commission's coming out next. Is that Bull Buchanan that was in them too?
That looks like Bull Buchanan.
I think it might have been. The Commandant. This guy is what he didn't last long. Who is this guy? He looks familiar.
I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea who the hell this is.
The South African Truth Commission. The biggest and scariest fighting force in the world, he said, Chris. When I think of the scariest countries, militaries, the biggest, baddest special forces, I'm thinking South Africa.
Dude, I was thinking Canada.
Yeah, those Canucks are brutal.
They are, man.
You go from Sable to Truth Commission. Talk about the polar opposites. Very true.
Okay. Forget Israel. I'm just saying, man, like the military of Canada.
They got Michael Moore, the heavyweight champion from boxing at the time.
I don't remember
in the front row. He's the guy that at age 48, George Foreman knocked the fuck out in the 10th round. Oh boy, Brackus is here.
Oh my God.
This fucking guy. Wow.
Okay.
He's doing his great. He talks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. Brackus is coming soon.
This stuff like this is a reminder that not everything stuck
is gonna work out.
Exactly.
Yes. You're gonna have fails, and that's one. Kurt Angle is somewhere doing a pizza commercial during this Raw. Yeah, it's right around that time because he just won the Olympics last year. Now we got Flash, Funk, Jesse James, and Bob Holly. What a combo this is!
Oh, that's what I'm talking.
What a combo! Wow, this is very, very diverse. And the crowd just went mild. Here comes the Truth Commission. Recon Sniper and the Interrogator. So Kurgan's the Interrogator. He's the Interrogator, Chris. Brackus, more juice in him than orange juice. Chris, you're muted there on your end. The crowd is legitimately giving them the Furnace and LaFon treatment. Wouldn't you say, Daniel? The crowd is so mild and silent at this point, folks. Gorilla Monsoon is out. Wow, very nice to see Gorilla. He's with Jim Ross. It's interesting. I've been listening to Ross's podcast a little bit more, guys, and when you hear the admiration that Ross had for Gorilla Monsoon and what a mentor he was for him, love to hear the stories. I don't hear enough Gorilla Monsoon stories from time to time. The leader looks like the guy in an Air Force One. Honestly, the leader, the Commandant, if you look up his job or the badge on his hat, I believe it is actually an Air Force job specialty badge that you have to wear when you get out of your training school, whatever your career path is in the military. You get a career patch. So I actually believe that is an Air Force level patch that's right in the middle of his beret. That little silver thing, folks, that you'll see in there. I believe that's one. Gorilla Monsoon can't even save the crowd from the Truth Commission. Yep. I don't know how long they last for, but I don't believe it was long. I don't know if that is Bull Buchanan. I don't think that is. There you go.
All right, brother. I'm back. I'm sorry.
Back. Like you're good, man. Technical shit happens.
My microphone was acting up. So
no, I believe that is Bull Buchanan.
Yeah, I think it is.
Might be wrong. Don't quote me, but I believe it is.
And yes, oh wow, like my TNA background's awesome. Actually, I like that.
I've never seen the other guy that's not Kurgan. I don't know who this is. I've never seen his work in real life that I can remember.
The reason why they called him Kurgan was because they couldn't use the name Jurgens. Because they get sued. Because
is he still alive?
I have no idea. But I do know that freaking Vince loves Jergens.
Yeah, that's true. Daniel says Gorilla and Bobby will always be missed anytime I see them on old stuff. Every time I see Gorilla and Bobby, Daniel and Chris, is
Yes.
it just brings me back to when I was a kid, to my childhood, listening to them talk.
Absolutely awesome, legendary.
Makes me remember Superstars and Wrestling Challenge and, or All American Wrestling that you watch on a Saturday and Sunday afternoon.
That's like I keep saying. Bobby and Gorilla, in my opinion, are the greatest announced team of all time.
I agree.
think just,
Yep.
which I love Jerry and I love JR, but just there's something magical about. I mean, not that there wasn't something magical about the other ones, but just Gorilla and Bobby, just they were in a class all of their own.
Yep.
So yeah,
it was these guys in the ring here all have a decent look together as a team. This is the worst gimmick in the world, though, and it's just so played out, right?
Yes. This match is so damn boring.
Yeah, it's so boring, and it's not a lack of effort on the performers on the one side's part, and it's not a lack of effort on the performers on the Truth Commission as well. They're all working fine. It's just nobody cares. It's three random guys on one team you put together. This new debuting faction with this big gargantuan goofy fuck Kirk and the Interrogator, and making them be another country's military, taking on the dastardly U.S. once again. Don't we already have that, basically, minus the fact that these guys are portraying the military of another country?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing.
It's
played out. You can only do it for one storyline.
I agree. I agree. And Bob Holly, it's a damn shame, like the way he's got booked.
Daniel's also going with Gorilla and Bobby. I agree.
Straight up, man. I am a big which I'm a big Bob Holly fan. I think he was a phenomenal performer, and I think that he got the shit end of the deal. Like, they should have at least let him win the Intercontinental title once. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Just give me the damn belt. Sorry. Listen to the episode of Bob Holly with the Bruce Pritchard. Excellent episode.
All right. Daniel says, thankfully for Double J, he only has this gimmick for a couple more months. Yeah, he's going to move on after that. Good for him. Gorilla's super silent out here as he's sitting with them right now. I want to hear Gorilla on commentary. Look at all those big bucks right there. They got a casket full of it.
Yeah. Good God.
That ain't $1 million in ones, I don't think, bro.
No. John, what could you do with $1 million?
What would I do with $1 million, brother? You're not going to see me next week. Once I'm getting that check, I'm going to go live remotely where people will not, other than people I want to hear from me. You would be one of them. I would want you to hear from you. Whereabouts unknown. When they call the guy out in the old times from parts unknown.
Those
that's
are
going
all
to be
$1 bills.
They're all $1 bills, Chris. I don't think that's $1 million of them either. I'm going to be the man from parts unknown if I win that $1 million, Chris.
Yes.
What would you do with it?
Honestly, I'd buy a house.
Okay.
I would, which I'd pay off a couple cars. I would have both of my kids, like both of like their colleges would be paid for. And I would use the rest to actually start a as weird as this sounds, a local food bank.
That's beautiful, though. It's nice.
Which I
nice action.
Which I would have like the local food bank for like homeless veterans, and like just homeless people just in general, and like the twist would be no matter what time of day, the bank will always be open.
Okay, interesting. Nice gesture here.
So if you want to, and which I will pay people to stay.
You're going to burn through your $1 million fast. Trust me, from somebody that's worked in the field of human services for a long time. You're going to burn through that shit fast.
Well, yeah. Still, I would request help.
If you had Elon Musk money, then you could run that thing. You could fully staff it for somebody to just fill every spot in there.
Yeah.
24/7 for the rest of your life, and you'll never go broke.
God, that'd be great.
Patrick had a great look here, Chris. I know they're starting to bring him up because he came out a few weeks ago. Did he look great, though, at this point? Did Del Wilkes look phenomenal, or is it just me?
He looked outstanding, but unfortunately, it was just one of those things like with he physically, when it came to his performance, he wasn't at that level anymore.
It was the wrong place at the wrong time, in my opinion, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, you have all these megastars developing or bigger names that are infused that people are really getting into.
Yeah.
And Patriot, great look, amazing look, not a bad talker, relatable character. It's just they're getting away from the early 90s, 80s style of wrestling with people under, masks and all just America, the gimmick, the beautiful gimmick for them. It's just they're going away from it, and they bring this guy out who can have a great run with them, and they did together. But that's it, because there's too many stars there, and this gimmick is just played out at this point.
And me and John, we give nothing but the utmost love and respect for Del Wilkes.
Great guy, amazing career.
From
I used to watch him in
Global.
Global Wrestling Federation or something like that.
Yes,
it was on like ESPN after school.
Every single day. Yep. I remember that.
And I'd watch it. And I was like, I remember seeing it. I was like, why they got wrestling on ESPN on Sports Center? Because I would be like looking for the sports news when I'd come home. Because at this point, folks, it was only like 12 channels on your TV. So that was you were loaded if you had that. And then like HBO and Cinemax, everybody thought you were the shit. So I would watch it. I remember turning on ESPN when I came home one day, and then there it is. I'm like, what's this? This isn't WWF. And then I watch it was Global. And I saw they were on every day. I would always tune in when I could.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is that, like, with Del Wilkes, I mean, from the interactions we had with him, he was such a great guy.
He was a really nice guy. Stand up, dude.
Literally, we were supposed to have a sit-down with him.
A week before he died, we had set it up, and he had to reschedule the first time, and then he was very polite about rescheduling. He had something going on that he couldn't get out of. Yeah, and he was I'll never forget how professional he was about it, because not a lot of guys that are ex wrestlers or talents give a shit. They don't usually give a shit about anybody, even if they stand them up. He wasn't like that. He was classy, and I always respect that.
He was the opposite of Glacier.
Yeah, and was apologetic about it and said, "Can we still do this? I'd like to still do it. Whatever."
Yeah.
So, quality dude in my book. We got the Nation right now taking on the Disciples of Apocalypse. It looks like it's going to be leader versus leader right now. Crush versus Faarooq.
Did freaking Ahmed take? Did he take Herb Abrams' baby oil?
Bro, he is just completely greased up right now. It's
good.
I've never seen that much of a level of grease on somebody that he has on right now.
This is like fucking Crisco.
He's got a choker on too, Chris. Like the girls wear, like the chokers.
Why?
Dude, it is. I don't even want to say what comes to my mind. This is so bad right now, this look for him. In case you don't know who he is, he has an Ahmed band around his neck. Jesus. Boy, this is goofy. This is better, at least, than Harlem Heat 2000 as Big T.
Oh, my God. Harlem Heat 2000 was dreadful.
Oh. Bro, he's like trying to slither out of the ring, and you could just see the baby oil. He's just sliding right off of that with ease.
Was it like the baby oil stain on the side of the ring?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They'd have to throw the fucking ring aprons out every night after this, because Ahmed's grease that came from him could not be washed out. Looked like permanent staph infection all over the ring.
Come on. That's mean.
When he fell asleep in there, that shit was bad. That guy's he rolls around in his sleep. The whole fucking thing was covered then. Part of his contract request was that he got a semi-trailer that rolled the mats up in the back so he had extra sleep time between shows.
Stop it.
Motherfucker. They offered him an RV or his own coach bus, and he said, fuck that shit. It's not enough room. I roll hard.
Yeah.
So they'd have the ring aprons and the mattresses in the back there. Instead of training, that's how that's how he visualized himself in his matches. What's going on, Lorraine? It's great to see you, buddy. We're having a blast here tonight. We're watching some Monday Night Raw from the 28th of July, 1997. Right now we got Crush and Faarooq out there, and we're having some good laughs at Ahmed Johnson's expense, as always.
And Mr. Lawrence, we are at 44 55 on the July 28th, 1997 show.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Vince and King were really they were really underappreciated for their contributions together too, Chris.
Oh, Vince was outstanding.
Him and the King had a great dynamic together, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, at this time, Vince wasn't being a shithead, so like I'm just saying, that's just
seriously. When Ahmed sleeps with that much baby oil on, the ring looks like they struck oil.
No. Oh God. Okay. Which wrestlers' names do you think he used?
I don't even want to speculate. Somebody asked me that already. I think multiple people asked me that when they saw that stuff about it, and I'm like, what do you think? Whose names do you think he's going? I'm like, I don't know what he's naming his dildos. His dildo nickname is the Genetic Jackhammer.
There you go. Do you think the bigger one he called it The Rock or Dwayne Johnson?
Don't fucking know.
I'm just saying.
What's he naming the tiny one Rey Mysterio?
Oh, that or Hornswoggle. Just saying.
Jeez, that's so bad.
And does he call it the butt plug Tony Khan? I mean, which
who knows? It's bad.
Saying.
I happened to come on as soon as you were talking about all that with Ahmed. Yeah, Vince wasn't a shithead that we know of.
Oh,
Jesus, man! Did you hear Cornette's commentary on it?
I have not yet.
It's priceless. It's long-winded. I couldn't finish it all, but his co-host, bro, is the fucking worst. The guy is like channel change level turn off for me every time I hear him. I think that's why I don't listen to Cornette that much. I cannot stand Brian Last.
Isn't this the brawl where Ahmed gets hurt?
I believe he's already been hurt at this point.
Okay.
And I think he's going to get hurt again here in this.
So he's like CM Punk. He
pretty much one match back and he's hurt again. It's worth a listen though to listen to Cornette's thing on it, Chris. He has some really funny takes on it. I'm not surprised the non-finish. Yeah, here's number 2 non-finish of the night already, Chris.
That's right. Screwball finishes.
What is this? God. The second or the 2 out of 3 for this one so far. 2 out of 3 with screwball finishes.
Oh God.
We both guessed 3. So.
Oh God, the hairy back we have to see again.
That's why I turned it off. I'm not even looking right now. I saw when they came out, and I'm like, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not looking at that Chia Pet fuck.
Can't do it. That's right.
Ahmed gets hurt rolling over in his bed.
He does.
Imagine if he had a water bed, bro.
Oh my God! Like freaking Ahmed, he was passing gas the other day, and like he ruptured a vertebrae.
Ahmed is just cleaning house here, Chris. Sorry.
Yeah. He is.
Chris, you know who Ahmed's favorite football team is?
Oh.
Take a wild guess.
The Houston Texans.
No, sir.
The Denver Broncos?
Bro, he is a Ravens fan through and through.
What?
Yeah, he's a big Ravens fan, man. You and Ahmed share the same team. Are you still claiming him?
I'm still claiming him, unfortunately.
What are your thoughts on Ahmed having your team?
That sucks.
I mean, that's good. It's good because I'm fucking with you. Who knows?
Okay. Come on.
With a waterbed, he would slip off of it due to wearing too much baby oil.
But Bret Hart, his favorite team is Baltimore. So
I know I saw that with him. That's interesting. I've never heard Bret talk about football in the past till you sent me that.
Yes.
I know he loves hockey. Does he still own his own team, or are they just named after him?
Yeah, he still owns them. The Hitmen. I think they're called the Hitmen or whatever.
Let's see who owns them.
They're like the Calgary Hitmen.
They have really cool jerseys, I remember.
They do.
Let's see who owns them. I know he owns a restaurant. Like now, he just opened up, like right next to it.
That's my ex-wife.
Bro, we need to get an eye out here for you tonight. Let's see. All right. The Calgary Hitmen Hockey Club is owned and operated by the Calgary Flames. So the Calgary Flames, the pro hockey team, owns them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. So In July of '97, the Flames partnered and bought the Hitmen hockey team. The Flames own and operate the Hitman Hockey Club, and the Hitmen play all games in the Scotia Bank Saddle Dome, which is the same arena as the Calgary Flames.
Okay, so like they pretty much just named the team after Brett.
Yeah, it looks like that. I'm sure he probably got some stake in it and stuff too.
Yeah,
just to use his name. They have really cool. Their jerseys are really cool though.
Oh yeah, they are. And the thing is that so are they in the same league as the team that you go watch?
No. The one that I go watch is like it's an independent league. It's called the Federal League.
Okay.
They're really good players. Don't get me wrong, but none of these guys probably you'll ever see in the NHL. It's a lot of guys that are still, they were good college players, but they weren't great college players. Hence why they probably never got drafted or made it in the pros. But you do see some foreign stars that are trying to get some exposure in America that come over here that haven't been picked up, anywhere, and they get an opportunity. The games are great. They play great, but they're definitely not like a AA level. They're way below like that right there. It's still fun to watch though.
Were you able to ever see someone extremely famous that played for your team? Or
all the time back in the day, when we used to have an AHL affiliate forever until COVID happened. COVID killed the attendance, of course, and the New Jersey Devils farm team was in my town at that time, and they needed a certain threshold, of course, for sales and whatever, but they ended up pulling their sponsorship, and we didn't get an AHL team back this time. We've had the Rangers, the Senators, and the Devils through the years here. So I've seen a ton of guys come through. Ty Domi, if you remember Ty Domi, I used to watch him on the Rangers.
Yeah, I remember.
All the big New York guys that came through, your Pittsburgh Penguin guys that we've seen come through for the years too. I think Jason Spiza was a big name for the Senators. I don't follow modern hockey though anymore for the pro ones.
I got you. Here in Myrtle Beach, we have a local team called the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, and they
for
were
hockey.
No.
Baseball, right?
Baseball. And they were the affiliate for the Braves, the Rangers, and now the Cubs.
Gotcha.
And the most famous player that I've ever seen play here locally was Mike Hampton.
Gotcha.
Which he was doing like a rehab start.
Yep.
So
we have the AA Mets here, and you know what, a diehard Mets fan. I went to opening day last year. Justin Verlander pitched because he was on a rehab start because he didn't open the season with the Mets because he got hurt at the end of spring training. So Justin Verlander did his first start of the year in the minors on our opening day, and I went over and watched Verlander this year. I've seen all the big guys through the years though too, like you.
Oh yeah.
When you check them out. Who's coming out now?
Dude
Love is coming out. The dude's here. Daniel's cheering right now.
I love it. Mr. Lawrence had some really good points here.
Let's see.
If Ahmed with the waterbed, he would slip off due to wearing so much baby oil. Ahmed wears so much baby oil.
Yeah.
He'd be
nobody's hitting a punch on him. It's sliding off of Ahmed.
Oh God.
The highlight of the night and the dude, for sure.
Oh, have mercy, baby.
Have mercy.
I love those belts.
Those tag belts are just awesome.
Greatest tag belts of all time. I wish they'd bring those back.
You know what's funny, Chris? And I know Mick always was passionate about wrestling and stuff and, providing for his family. He looked like he was having so much fun at this point with all the exposure he was getting on TV. Listen to everybody in the crowd chanting his name.
Dude, well deserved, man. Mick just
you think he's loving this at this point, bro?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Gotta be.
And Mick deserves every single cheer that he's getting. I mean,
the
hard work he's put in.
It's fun to see somebody that works so hard get finally their opportunity to shine like he is.
Oh yeah, I agree 1,000%. And Steve, good God, the crowds are going banana.
Well, Rant said my grandfather played for the first all-Australian baseball team here in Australia, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's very neat.
Very nice.
Very nice. Bulldog came up with the dude loser. I wonder how much he snorted to come up with it.
Oh, God.
He's got one ear cheer loud, ladies. Ow!
Ow, have mercy.
Mick is just such a great dude. You could just see it with him.
Yeah, he is.
Godwinn, they're in here with the Godwinns, folks, and the Godwinns are looking extra greasy tonight.
And we interviewed, it was Henry, right?
Yeah, with Mark, with Mark Canterbury.
Yeah.
Really nice guy. And he is a legitimate pig farmer and farmer of multiple things in real life, folks. So
yes,
he is. In fact, he was late coming to it because he was doing work when he was doing work outside and lost track of time when we interviewed him.
that's all right. It don't matter. And
it's always nice to see somebody live in their real life personality a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah, and that's kind of like Midian. And not that he's living like his gimmick, but like the guy is a freaking award-winning chef. He truly found his passion. So yeah.
I heard he's had some real bad health issues and had to get like his foot amputated or something.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it was he's been going through a rough time. So I hope he's on the mend by now.
But I like the Godwinns with their gimmick in WCW. Shanghai Pierce and damn it, what's the other name?
Tex Slazenger.
I love that tag team for some reason. But listen to me, guys. Because the Punk match needs to be replaced at Mania. I got a great match replacement. The Colossal Kongs versus the AOP in a Ultimate X match.
Loser has to bathe match?
Yes, loser has to bathe.
There you go.
Just imagine.
Who has more grease than the Godwinns or Ahmed? I'm going with Ahmed.
Good God, yes.
I thought Midian's passion was being naked. It's not a bad passion. Who's greasier, to answer Lorenzo's question? The Godwinns or Ahmed, Chris? Who are you going with?
Dude, freaking Ahmed, like without a doubt.
Ahmed,
you stare at him.
He's winning that one.
Grease.
Yeah, it's over. He's winning it. Henry's career here gets injured very shortly after this, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And I know he comes back later on for a little bit, but it's what ended his career later on when he took that Doomsday device and broke his neck.
Unfortunately. Like the Doomsday device, man. You could do it safely. You can do it as safe as you can, but like that's still a dangerous move.
Well, when the Warriors landed on him, when you see how he goes up when that match will come up, and you see when he goes up and how he lands on his neck, you're gonna think, how the fuck did he walk away on his own accord? And he went and worked, I think, for a few months after it too, and with that busted neck.
What the hell?
Yeah, they don't make tough like that much, Chris.
No, they don't.
That's how tough he was. And he tried to come back. I think they were called like Southern Justice.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
They were like these racist rednecks they were portraying, right?
No. Southern Justice, essentially, they were the security for Jeff Jarrett.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Weren't they like basically like a racist redneck Confederate flag wearing type thing?
No, dude. Like they wore like black suits.
Okay. All right. For whatever reason, I thought there was like someone with the Confederate flag with them.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Harris brothers? I'm sorry.
Bro, that thing's hanging everywhere. But in their house, every room's got one.
That in the
everyone's got one of the. Every room in their house has one of those in a swastika poster. Those fucks.
Yeah.
Austin's cleaning house now on him. He's about to hit the stunner on Midian, or whatever his name was, Phineas here. Big stunner. God. Henry's going after him and knocks him out. Oh, big bump there by Austin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Boy, Chris, you know what's funny when you watch Austin here is I'm watching him move around in the ring, and I know his plans were completely altered with his broken neck here that's coming up and how it impacted him throughout the rest of his career. He moves around so good at this point, Chris.
He does.
The way he hopped out from those through the ring ropes like that with ease and how he did it was like a gymnast almost, and you didn't see that from him because of his injuries later.
Oh yeah, and it's sad because he only lasted. It was right after his injury. He lasted, say, about 6 more years. And then
pretty remarkable. Owen just came in and nailed Austin before. Now they disqualified Dude Love and Mick Foley, and then Austin got pissed and went after him. Now
the third match
already, and we're not even done yet. That's the crazy part. 3 out of the 4 matches now
have screwy finishes.
Just ridiculous. Unnecessary, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
How could you not have, in that case, Chris, you have the Godwinns taking on the tag champs, and the Godwinns are very irrelevant, basically, at this point.
They are.
You know, they're good hands. They deal with the cards they got. They got a little beef with the Legion of Doom. They didn't need to be in here with Dude and them. That was just an unnecessary thing. They should have taken the L.
I agree. And it's like, no, and well, I mean, would you say snorting cocaine off Big Booty Duty's ass like that's an L too? Or would you say like that's a big win?
Didn't Southern Justice act? Yeah, Lawrence. I'm sorry, I'm just getting these contacts taken away. The Harris brothers took over from Southern Justice as his bodyguards. The Godwinns, especially Phineas, I think adopts the Confederate flag outfits later this year. Okay, that's what I was thinking of then, Daniel and Chris and Lawrence.
Okay.
I wonder if he gets over though, because he started stunning everyone when he was hurt. And Austin was over as hell, but he got all time over during the neck injury. Yep.
Oh yeah. Because
it really changed his style, don't you think, though, Chris?
Oh yeah. He had to be like a lot more careful, like with how he wrestled in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny's coming out next for the $1 million challenge here once again that they're blowing everybody up about. I wonder who the winner was and if they were real.
That's a really good point.
I'm sure they probably were, but interesting times, different way to do things, huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, when was the last time you shopped at Foot Action, John?
Bro, you just read my mind, literally. I was just thinking that same thing. I was like, talk about if the company is still open to this day, what tremendous investments this was in investing with a program like this now that's on streaming forever, that they're still including their ad reads for them. So if they're still open, what a great investment, because here it is 20 some odd years later and they're still getting free advertisement for it.
I'm shocked that they didn't remove all these ads. But at the same time,
it wouldn't be worth it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's probably signed in the agreement that it can be played for the duration, you know? It's an incentive for people, I guess.
But at the same time, though, do you realize what a pain in the ass it would be to go through all these shows and do that?
Insane. It would take forever. Sonny with the money. If you only had that money now, she's got nothing. Tony Atlas shops at Foot Action.
He does.
Chris, this was a guy I thought we were going to see in the Rumble this week. Ken Shamrock. I know we got Devon Storm here versus somebody else. That's not Crowbar right there, is it?
Yes.
With the blonde hair?
Yes. I promise you, that's Crowbar.
Hold on, let me just see this. That really is him with the blonde hair.
Yep.
And no mustache.
And he's still wrestling to this day.
Yeah. He looks so different, though, with the black hair and the mustache. I remembered this Devon Storm gimmick, and I thought it was somebody different always, because I remembered Crowbar later on when he came out.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying his name was Devon Storm. I was like, no, it wasn't this guy, because he was very athletic as this Devon Storm character. And they tried hard, I think, to get him over a little bit, but nobody cared about this fucking stupid lightweight division at this point.
No. Wow.
And that match just completely, the crowd didn't care. What was that, a minute long?
Yes. I think they're running short on time.
So now he's licking at the crowd.
Lick it.
Let's see. Sonny is still making money in jail currency. I remember them beating the Godwinns, gave their manager Uncle Cletus. Yes, Uncle Cletus. I forgot about that.
Oh, God.
I wonder if Shamrock goes in the Hall this year.
Uncle Cletus.
I think he does go in this year, Chris, for Shamrock. What do you think?
Yes, I think Shamrock and Lex are going in this year.
So they're calling the $1 million challenge person here, and they're playing it on the air, and it went right to the voicemail. Vince is kind of laughing at that one. Sonny's fanning out with that.
I guess they didn't pay their phone bill.
I don't even think that's real money right there, is it? What is that? Is that hundreds?
No.
Bro, somebody didn't pay the bill, and this is a complete fucking failure right on live television at this point, that they're calling all these people to try to give away this money or whatever.
These are $50 bills.
And they can't even fucking get somebody on the phone. Like, you don't think they would have pre-screened this shit and said, hey, that you were selected, be at home tonight. We're going to call you at this number on the air to tell you won $1 million. Be fucking home, okay?
John, just imagine if you couldn't pay your phone bill like the day prior, and then like
you don't get your $1 million then.
And
you called him.
you missed getting like $1 million by one day.
Yeah. We got Patrick on the phone. Hello, Patrick. Oh, Patrick is stoked, Chris, isn't he? Wow. Patrick Stevenson, Lafayette, Indiana.
Yes.
He's a finalist in the $1 Million Challenge, and they're bringing him to SummerSlam.
John, be by your phone. Damn, that's old school.
Wait it out.
Yes, because for the
Sit by your phone.
For like the younger whippersnappers back in me and John's day, we had to actually stand by our phone.
We're having an answering machine.
Yes. We did.
Let's see. Daniel says, if you didn't care about the light division before, that match did nothing for you to help. Yes, sir. Vince was thinking, what the shit? Love the team of the Extremists, Ace Darling, and Devon Storm. I've never seen it. So
really?
I've never seen them, Lawrence.
Okay.
How'd you like to come to SummerSlam? Nah, I'm good. Imagine if they did that on a live television show too.
That's
Somebody
hilarious.
entered the name of Jim Powers here. Jim says, I don't know. I'm not really into that wrestling. Got a bar mitzvah to do this weekend. Already won the Survivor Series, 1987.
I did.
Young Stallions.
My name's Jim Powers, and like basically what happened was, which I'm doing cameos. This one woman, she just called me and said her daughter's had her first period, so I have to make my $13.
Hey Danielle, it's gonna go something like this. Hey Danielle, it's Jim Powers. Drank 2 12-packs today. Your mom said you had your period for the first time. I don't have any daughters. Nobody would have sex with me. I have no children. I don't know how to give you advice, but drink another beer. Good luck on that period stuff. Jim Powers, 1987 winner. Survivor Series, Young Stallions.
And like the last time I checked, Walmart does sell pads. Still go there.
Jim would go, what's the SummerSlam? Thinking of the time in August, pounding beers. Jim doesn't know what SummerSlam is, Daniel, because he never got booked.
Oh my God.
He never got to know what SummerSlam was. He was never booked on a fucking SummerSlam in his whole career.
What's worse?
The highlight of his career was being the 1987 sole survivor of the fucking Survivor Series that didn't even get aired on pay-per-view.
The first match
was the concept. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. We're off the rails tonight. This show sucks.
This is terrible.
This is just fucking garbage, bro. This show is just hot fucking garbage through and through. We got a fucking arm wrestling match going on in the middle of the ring right now with Bulldog and Shamrock. The world's most dangerous man versus the strongest man, apparently. Jesus, what is this show?
The world's most strongest cocaine snorter. Bulldog.
Bro, if you're Pittsburgh people, I know I was joking around giving you shit earlier about Pittsburgh. Yeah. If your Pittsburgh people can be as loud as they are for this, they're good by me all day long. This show sucks, and they are giving them a pile of trash to watch, literally and figuratively in every way. This thing is a fucking pile of trash.
It is,
and they're still hot, and they're the only thing that's keeping this show from completely being awful.
The shift, yes.
What has he got on him now? Is that dog food? Ugh. Fuck that, man.
Oh my God, it's nasty.
Well, Vince writing in dog food on a person. Isn't that apropos?
Well, apropos.
Yeah. There you go. Off the top of my head, the Extremists were pretty good matches, tables matches with the Public Enemy. Is there ever such a thing as a good match with the Public Enemy, Lawrence? I have to question that a little bit. We've only seen one moment. Okay. And it's because they put that fuck through the tables that we were waiting on.
All right, so it's going to be Shamrock versus Bulldog at SummerSlam, apparently.
I guess so. In a dog food on a pole match or something.
So
Jim always thought the first match was the main event because he was lucky to ever get to that.
Oh. So like okay, so like next week, 1 hour later. Now, is this because of like the dog kettle thing?
I believe so. I believe this is July, so yeah, it would have been the time of the Westminster Dog Show, I believe.
Because it's either that or tennis. I know that.
Yeah, but that was in August. The U.S. Open's always in August, so
I got you.
Well, it could have been actually. No, I don't think it would have been because I think the U.S. Open is typically right before Labor Day, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I got you.
Here comes Goldust right now with Marlena. Goldust.
Dusty Gold.
I always say it's one of my favorite themes with Goldust.
I love it.
Does it just fit so perfect for him in this character, or is it just me?
It does. Like the which like the character is outstanding. Dustin plays it to absolute perfection. And Marlena is a phenomenal, but she's like the cherry on top of the sundae, and she's phenomenal with it.
Bro, they could have pushed this character to the moon if they wanted to.
I know.
At this time. I know it's different and it's goofy, but it was cutting edge. It was completely different. It was unique. It was things people had seen and heard rumblings about, but they never had the balls to bring to the forefront at that point in time. And he turns this androgynous character into what he does and gets it over. Pretty remarkable, huh? Definite trendsetter here, folks. I don't think they get enough credit for it with him, and he doesn't get enough credit for this character, guys. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Are we sure the dog food was in the can? Vince was nearby. Yeah, he probably maybe gave some other things in there because he thought it was funny. I like the Public Enemy. Kind of look at them as the Dudley Boys style team. Well, they were definitely over in ECW for sure, Lawrence. Goldust theme was truly legendary. Absolutely. Saw the Public Enemy versus the Road Warriors live in Brisbane at the Superstars of Wrestling. Wow, when was that, Lawrence? You remember the time frame that was around? Maybe like late 90s or something? That's cool, though, that you got to see him all the way in Australia. Beautiful. Marlena is now on the mic because they're selling this feud with Goldust and Brian Pillman. And this actually gets to be kind of a fun... Oh, no problem, dude. I was talking about the Goldust and Brian Pillman stuff when they do it. It actually turned out to be a really fun gimmick with Goldust and Pillman and how they kind of ran it for a few months. Did you like it, Chris?
I think that it was great. I thought that it was a great opportunity to help get Pillman over even more.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, within like a couple months of this, Mr. Pillman passed away. So
yeah. Sad to see. Daniel says, when Taker says you're a Hall of Famer, like he said about Goldust, I will definitely go with that. It must be cold in that arena as Marlene is giving some pointers. Yeah.
Oh.
They called it the igloo for a reason, Daniel.
There you go.
Here's Rockabilly, bro. With
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly.
Do you Rockabilly all night long? Do you Rockabilly
all day and all night long, Chris? When I get up in the morning, I start doing the honky, shake, rattle, and roll.
You do. Dude, does it motivate you to
every
live
day?
Your best life?
Every day it motivates me. One day I'm going to grow my hair long again and dye it jet black so I can see if the honky will the honky tonk man will take me under his wing too.
Man, honky tonk John,
bro, let's do it.
I think that would be outstanding.
Chris, were you a fan of the honky tonk man?
Actually, I was. It was he was cheesy. But by God, I thought he was really good with his character. He was really, really good with it. So like that's my thing is that you can have like the shittiest character ever, but if you're really good at it, then you're good in my book. He's committed to it. There you go. The commitment, if you will.
And he's got a great theme too. Just listen to this.
He does.
I just picture him and Valentine coming down to the ring right now as Rhythm and Blues.
Long time burning my hair slicked back. I smoke a lot of crack like my best friend Jack. I'm a honky tonk man.
Just a honky tonk man. I will forever love that shit with him and dressing up that miserable goof Greg Valentine up and the jet black hair is rhythm and blues, and what his
That
spoofy was on.
That was the only time that Greg Valentine had any personality.
You know he hated it, bro. You know he hated every minute of that.
I mean, just a miserable son of a bitch. I'm sorry.
He is a piece of work, bro. He is. Honky, let's see. Here we go. Superstars of Wrestling, Laurent said 2000, 2001.
All right. So, fourth match with a non-finish. This show has been 4
out of 6.
This show has been the absolute shit.
It's just stupid. Makes no sense. You can tell there was no put into the Rockabilly. You can't tell at all. Let's see. You can't tell there was no effort put into Rockabilly. Can't tell at all. Yeah, they were just slapping something together for him at this time. They knew nothing. They thought, let's throw Billy Gunn as the old country guy from the Smoking Guns as the new Honky Tonk band, and he's gonna have some blue suede shoes and be dancing.
With that, this show is a Russo-rific. You know that?
Oh, this is written all over it. This is him.
Yes.
Honky was super over as a heel. Not many can get the hate he got. He got tremendous heat in the 80s, Chris. Really? Tremendous. He did. Every time he nails somebody and hurts somebody with that guitar, big time. Wouldn't mind seeing if Honky Tonk Man ever had a match with his cousin Jerry. I think they had a little run together, didn't they?
He did.
Yeah, great IC title run, Laurent said too.
And because think about it from this perspective, if Honky wasn't as over as he was, then whenever the Ultimate Warrior beat him, then it wouldn't have been nearly as important. So just saying,
that's Honky a great point.
Over, oh yeah,
and he had the belt forever too. You know, he'd been pissing everybody off for a year plus. You know, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time at that point. And because Gunther just took over his reign, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, longest running guy at the time. Ultimate Warrior squashing him like that gave him such a tremendous rub.
Oh yeah,
it was very big for him because Honky was there. Yeah,
Honky's pissed because his independent rates have gone down.
Yeah, in his mind it was everything was money to him. Didn't even buy the mannequin dinner before undressing it. No wonder Pillman's kids suck so much.
Oh,
yes, I love it. Daniel would love to see Honky versus Jeff in a guitar and a pole match. Surprised that was never booked at this point, Lawrence. Who is this now that he's going to be interviewing? Oh, he's interviewing The Undertaker now, Chris. Can we just get The Undertaker's championship off of him here soon, please?
Because unfortunately,
bad.
We love The Undertaker, but the way they booked this title run was just
horrific.
Yeah, horrific. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It just didn't work.
It didn't.
Hey, Chris, could you take the reins for just a second?
Yeah, I got you.
Right back, but.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, John's going to take a quick break real quick, whether it's pee poo or just me and you. I mean, whatever it is, it's okay. We got Shawn Michaels. He's going to be special guest referee at SummerSlam between Bret Hart and The Undertaker. Big time repercussions for this match. Actually, this match actually helped the booking for the next. I believe it was 2 or 3 months after this. So just saying. Will Shawn apologize? Oh, come on, Vince. We know better. Oh no, Shawn won't apologize. Shawn thinks that he's right. Shawn thinks he's a sexy boy. But he's not your boy toy. Okay? Remember that. You can be a sexy boy. But don't you be that boy toy. All right, here we go. The belt didn't matter, and that's the problem. Taker was just holding it as an accessory. I agree. The Undertaker was similar to a Bray Wyatt, where he was so over. Heck, even a Jake Roberts. They were so over, and their characters were so unbelievably good, they didn't need a belt. So yeah, the belt were just add-ons. So yeah. So yeah. Just in general, this run with The Undertaker was not the greatest. Here we go. Been a pleasure. I have to go to my appointment to go to unfortunately catch everyone else around. All right, brother Lawrence, thank you so much for joining me, brothers, and John. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and me and John, we hope you have a phenomenal day, night, evening, sir, and until next time, if you will, we hope you have a good one. All right. All right, so like they're saying, the biggest showdown of the year: Undertaker versus Bret Hart. Essentially, like they're just reiterating the importance of this, the consequential nature of this, and actually, yeah, this match did have a lot of consequences to it. A rare Undertaker. Hold on. Yes, sir. A rare Taker sit down that makes making any mention of screwed. Yeah, I agree. Cheers, much appreciated. All right, brother Lawrence, we love you like always. Thank you for showing up. All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen. This promo. Okay, so one man from the dark side, one man threatening to disappear. Heart and soul. Who will win? Good versus evil. Black versus white. Pink versus green. Yellow versus mellow. What's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, sir. I hope you have a good one, my friend. Shawn Michaels. Cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks. That just drives the girls wild. Moves that really move them. Up and down that spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. That's too long of a video to build up the match with barely anything to it. I agree. They call him HBK. What do you call him, Vince? I don't know. I guarantee you, one of Vince's dildos was named after Shawn Michaels.
Ew.
Wait. He probably called the dildo the ass break kid. I don't know. Just saying. Just the sexy boy.
Or the badge buster.
The badge buster. The badge break kid. I don't know. Anyways.
That's gross.
The fact that he named named dildos. Yeah.
The whole thing is gross.
Yes, I agree. It was a shitty situation all around. It was.
If it's even true.
Allegedly.
If it's even true.
Yeah. Allegedly. Anyway.
It's just disgusting.
I agree. 1,000%. All right. The remarks about Canada, Vin Man, you, and Bret Hart are one and the same, you bastards. All right, anyways. But,
Hi.
But Daniel said it is Vince hated saying still during HBK's entrance. You still he wanted, oh hell yeah, man, because like the song, you just want to dance and let loose and shake that caboose. That's what you got to do. And Big Booty Judy, man, she shook that caboose while Hawk was sorting cocaine off her ass, and Herb Abrams was right under her. Woo,
what a babe!
What a babe!
What a babe, bro.
Which I just got a phone call from like a local Chinese buffet. Like they're wanting me to go pick Naya up from jail because apparently she refused to leave.
Oh my god!
And she shut the damn thing down.
Over.
She poor Larry.
She started punching fellow patrons.
Oh, Larry did that.
That's how she rolls.
I mean, it was terrible.
Vince in the ring while the mat is brown. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh.
Yes.
What? Straight up, John, you know Vince named one of his dildos after Shawn. You cannot tell me that's not true.
He probably did, bro. He's going through his favorites through the years.
So yeah, which
do you believe he named his dildos?
No, I don't. I'll be honest with you. Do I believe that part of the stuff can be true? Yes. But do I believe that it's
some of that no.
With that much exaggeration?
A lot of exaggeration.
What's going on, Jeremy? Good to see you. But fell asleep waiting on Raw, and I just woke up.
If it did happen to me,
woke up from your slumber, my friend. It's good to see you, buddy. Brett's in the back, and he's pissed right now. He's chucking chairs. He's knocking boxes over. He's throwing everything. He's having a temper tantrum.
What? He's trying to get publicity for his country? What the fuck?
What is it, kid? What publicity does Canada need from Bret Hart at this point?
No shit.
Look at this goof. Look at this doofus.
Oh my God.
Look at this guy, man. Wow. Bro, the Pittsburgh people are ranking up there high. That kid behind him, that kid still hasn't had a date to this day, and he's 40 now.
Hey.
This crowd is something. Woo!
You know, sometimes you can't defend the indefensible. I'm sorry.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
Here comes Bret now. He's coming out to take on the Patriot. Look at he's escorted out by officials everywhere. The crowd hates him, don't they, Chris?
Oh, they do.
He's doing his job as a heel.
Absolutely phenomenal heel. This Bret, this iteration of Bret, I would have to say, is one of the best heels of the past 50 years. Period.
Okay.
Daniel says, I believe he would. Vince wanted to be his daughter's baby father. Anything is possible. Christian's temper tantrum gimmick in 97 in 2002 was inspired by Bret. Yes.
Yeah. And that helped lead DDP to his only WrestleMania moment, which was beating Christian for the European Championship.
Father decided to let him win.
Yeah.
He's a giving man.
True. Yeah. Have you got any messages from Christian lately?
You don't want to know what he's been saying about you.
Oh, come on. That breaks my heart.
Bro, he fucking hates you. He says you're a bad influence and that I should separate and do a podcast away from you. I said, no way, Father. I said, he's a good man. He doesn't believe me, though. You got major heat with Father.
Wow. I hope
having a night off, pretty much 97 in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's true. I hope that Edge, Mr. Adam Copeland, he corrects the injustices that Christian is saying in my name.
Father will reign supreme as always.
I will reign supreme after I get this.
Bret wants everybody to sing the Canadian national anthem now and stand loud and proud and celebrate the wonderful country that is Canada. Chris, you ever been to Canada?
I have never been to Canada. No.
I love the country. I'm going to be honest with you. I love the country. I was just up there last year. We got a B&B for a long weekend on Columbus Day.
Toronto.
Yeah, went to Toronto. The best part about being in Toronto was it was the night of the wild card round, and they were taking on who was it? I'm blanking on it right now. Who they took on? I think it was the Mariners, and they were up like 7-8-0, and we were in a bar in downtown Toronto. I was having a couple of beers with my buddy, and they are just eating it up as they're up 8-0. And the Blue Jays fans are something special. And
they're very loyal, man. They're good fans.
Yeah, we went up to the big tower up there. So, after we went had a few beers, we took the family over to the tower, and we go up I forget what the name of it is, and we went up all the way to the top. It was fun. We come down figuring the game is over with, and we're right next to the Rogers Center. We're walking right over near there, and everybody's letting out, and they look dejected. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why are they so upset? They just won a game. Like they were up 8-0. And I look on my phone, and I was like, they lost to the fucking Mariners. The Mariners came back and beat them and knocked them out of the playoffs. It was hilarious to see. It was great. I think it was like 9-8 or 8-7 or something.
How do you blow an 8-run lead?
How do you blow a 24-7 lead yesterday in the third quarter? It happens.
Well, that's like the 28-3 the Super Bowl with the Falcons. So
pretty much. Or you could go with the greatest football comeback of all time, and it was the Bills coming back against the Oilers when they were down. I think it was 35-3.
Yeah,
and they came back and won it in the next half. Listen to the Patriots coming out. Whose music is he got, Chris?
That's Kurt Angle's music.
Yes, sir.
And I know that Daniel's proud of that win against the Oilers.
Let's hear the Canadian national anthem. Let's not. Christian says if he sees you at another AEW event, he's going to throw hands on you worse than Joe did on Hook. Toronto gets Money in the Bank in July. Always a great place to be.
Yes.
It's a very fun town, though, Chris. If you ever get the opportunity when you move back up north to go to Canada in Toronto, it's a great spot.
I was actually speaking to my friend Justin. We were talking about maybe going to Toronto.
Do it, bro. It's worth it. So Montreal's a lot of fun too.
I want to go drink some Molson Light up there.
If anybody's single out there and you ever want a place to go party and have some fun as a single guy, Montreal is the place to go. It's the fucking party capital of Canada. It is insane. Okay. So much fun. If you want to just get wasted and have a good night. The Patriots coming out. No, you suck. Followed. Boo.
Hey, is Molson good?
Is Molson?
Yeah, a Molson.
I'm not a Molson drinker.
Okay, because that's one of the major beers of Canada, from what I hear.
You know what's funny is I'm not a drinker, Chris. I used to be when I was younger, of course, and I'd go and have a lot of fun, or when I was in my early years in the military. I just don't drink. I bet you I have in a year maybe 6 beers in a year.
For me, it's one of those things where if it's my anniversary,
go on and have a nice drink with the wife, right?
Yeah. And that's about it.
Yeah.
That and if it's a date night, it the occasional date night, we go somewhere like the Melting Pot. We will get an Uber, drop us off there, and then we'll get it back because we know we're going to get drunk.
Yep.
So it's best to be safe than sorry. So I tell people that if you have the intentions of drinking, be smart. Buy a ride share.
You know what's funny is, bro? I can remember the last time I was drunk. That's how little I've been drunk over the last probably 18 years of my life. I remember the last time I was drunk, I think it was 3 years ago, and we went out to a comedy show. And we were with my wife and I and another couple, and we were drinking gin and tonics, and they were pouring triple gin and tonics in these glasses for us. I had 4 of them, and I was just absolutely obliterated. And that was 3 years ago. That was the last time. I bet you since that point in time, I probably had maybe a 12 to 18 pack worth of beer.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say that you were obese. I'm like, what?
No. I probably drank in the last 3 years the equivalent of what Jim Powers drinks in a night.
Oh, God.
Montreal's a great place for screwing, right, Brad? I spent many drunk days at the Bills games, and that's before we got any good. That's how you kind of got through it, right, Daniel? You had to get a little shit-faced to get through those days when it was the dark points for our franchises.
Believe me, the days that I experienced with Vinny Testaverde and Kyle Bowler, I know all about that.
Bad. I'm a Dolphins fan, bro. We do nothing. It sucks. We won a playoff game since 2001 or some shit.
I can't freaking stand. I'm sorry. Now if you whoop our team's ass and you do it with respect, I'm cool with that. But dude, freaking Travis Kelce, man, after yesterday, I lost respect for the guy. He's an asshole.
Just remember, Purdy will avenge you.
Yeah,
that mat is disgusting, Chris. It is just filthy.
Oh God, was that from Ahmed?
Ahmed, everybody else in the night, people doing random shit. That is just gross looking.
That looks like shit on the. Oh my God, Vince is just.
You have to wonder, did you not have another ring apron nearby? It doesn't look good on your television. It looks gross.
Because you can't tell me during a freaking commercial break that they can't put something on top of it.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right at the end of a match, just go and change that out so you get better exposure.
You got a 3-minute commercial break. Yeah, I agree.
The Patriots heating up here, buddy. He's trying to rally the troops in the crowd here for him so he can beat that dastardly Bret Hart.
Do you think he's gonna be that Patriot missile that we all need, and he's just gonna?
He might be. He's gonna save us from our evil neighbors to the north.
Let's go moose hunting.
Bro, I ain't fucking with those people. They got the Mountie there, bro.
Oh, dude, the Mountie legend.
When I go across the border, Chris, I think with respect. I don't want Red Beauty up and zapping me. I don't want the Mountie trying to get his man with me.
But like with all sincerity, I'm gonna be blunt with you. I do believe that he deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely, I do too. 1,000%. Him and his brother both do.
I mean, even if it's just with his brother, I believe. I mean, like without a doubt, the Hall of Fame. I don't know what's taking the WWE so long to do that.
Yeah, me neither, bro. You can't think the ring was going to look great after Brett's hair grease touches it. Shout out to you, Tom Stone.
Dude, Tom Stone, that poor guy. I mean, his career got ended and shattered.
Fucking never recovers, bro.
Never does.
We got referee your favorite Earl Hebner in the ring with a Brett match. Go figure.
But whoa.
Is Earl Canadian or something for his allegiance to Brett all the time?
You know, you need to stop it.
Is he a Canadian hero or something over there too that we don't know about?
He is an honorary Canadian, yes.
Why would they claim him?
Wow.
Why would they claim him?
Because of everything this man has to offer.
Brett tells us each week about the morals and the values and the fine upbringing that the Canadian people have. Do you really think that they would bring Earl Hebner over to the country with fine morals, values, and integrity?
Yes.
Bro.
I do.
Wow.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He ruined lives, that guy.
Dude, straight up, you can't help the fact that he just happened to be involved in situations that, okay, he just like Forrest Gump just randomly being there when shit went down doesn't mean it was your fault. And that's what happened to Earl. He just happened to be at places when shit went down. Okay? He's the Forrest Gump of referees.
Earl just called his own toys Brett.
Oh, come on.
Jesus. I had to mute myself. I was laughing too hard there a minute ago.
Was he... Dude,
why would they claim him why would they claim him, Chris? It says, why would they claim him? They asked his parents the same.
Come on.
And yes, Canada does have free health care, Jeremy. That is true.
I got you. Fun fact, Canada has free health care. They do.
All joking aside, Canada is a really fun country, though. It's a really beautiful country, too.
It is. And they, fun fact, they do have free health care. Yes, they actually believe in taking care of their own people and serving their people before they serve major corporations, which unfortunately, like with this country, they do.
Look at Earl being crooked again. The guy's got a knee injury now, and he's down. Of course, as they're going for a pin. Of course, this guy can't hold up. Go figure. Controversy. Meet Earl Hebner.
Earl's had a very hard day. Okay,
he's had a lot of many things.
You got to understand. Like in Pittsburgh, it's a very hilly place. Okay, his legs they feel like cement blocks at the moment. They're stiff, they're hard.
Daniel says, Earl is down. Who'd have thought? Get up. He's always knocked down.
Nah, come on.
Sean and Brett now are kind of teasing an argument with one another. Brett's still trying to get Earl Hebner up here. Earl just is selling the shit out of this stuff right now. Now the Patriot rolls Brett up, and he's got the 1, 2, 3. He pins the champ. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Go Patriot.
There you go. Big ovation from the crowd there. The Patriot defeats Bret Hart. Wow. All off the distraction of Shawn Michaels, Chris.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, Chris, I know you have to get to work in a second, so let's sum this up really fast. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or in the middle?
Thumbs down all the way. The show sucked with the exception of the ending. As always. So like I said, guys, this is for fans, by fans. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support. 5,000 supporters strong so far, and our goal is 10,000, and it's only January. So thank you guys for everything.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, we had a great time. We hope you had the same. So come back, check out the radio show this weekend. We're going to have some fun topics all over the weekend. We're going to do modern news on Saturday, and then we're going to do some fun watch along that Chris is going to pick out for Sunday. So come back and join us then. And come on back again next week. We appreciate all your support. Make sure you share the video out, like it, give it some love. Check us out on all the different outlets that we are on. We would greatly appreciate it. Jeremy, you did fine, man. We all get tired, buddy. It happens to the best of us, man.
We love you.
We do this late anyways. All right, so for Chris, I'm John. We're out of here, folks. See you again soon right here on the Retro Wrestling Revival.